What's up, everybody? Nick Dwyer back for the 10th inning, here with another episode of This Day in Sports History. In yesterday's episode, we saw Mark Spitz begin his journey to 7 gold medals in the 1972 Olympics. We do have some more Mark Spitz to talk about today, as well as some more world records and some US national championships. So if you all enjoy this video, leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. This Day in Sports History. We'll start off today in 1885, and the Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Charlie Ferguson would no-hit Providence in a 1-0 victory for the Phillies. Now, I do not have any statistics for this game, but considering walks counted as errors in this game, there was at least one error. Now we get into the U.S. National Championships, and we start in 1906, when William Clothier would defeat defending champion Beals Wright 6-3, 6-0, 6-4 to claim his only Grand Slam singles title. Stay at the U.S. National Championship but move up 2 years later, and defending champion William Larned would defeat Beals Wright 6-1, 6-2, 8-6 to win his 4th of 7 Grand Slam singles titles. We stay in 1908 but move to the U.S. Open in golf, and Fred McLeod would defeat Willie Smith by 6 strokes after an 18-hole playoff to claim his only major. Now we get into the Olympic Games in 1920, and we will start with an American sweep of the men's 100-meter freestyle when Duke Kahanamoku would set the world record in 1 minute 0.4 seconds, defending his 1912 gold medal. And this world record would be held for 2 years, but he would best teammates Puakiloa, who would win silver, and Bill Harris bronze. We stay in swimming but move over to the 200-meter breaststroke. Håkan Momrat of Sweden would complete the breaststroke double by winning both the 200 and 400 meter. Over on the women's side now, and Athelda Bleibtreu would win her 3rd gold medal of those games with teammates Irene Guest, Frances Schroth, and Margaret Woodbridge in the American 4x100 freestyle relay team in a world record 5 minutes 11.6 seconds, one that would stand for 4 years. Finally, in those games, there would be an American sweep of the women's 3-meter springboard diving event, with Eileen Riggin winning gold ahead of Helen Wainwright and Thelma Payne. Move up 30 years now, go to 1950, and the International Olympic Committee, or the IOC, votes to admit West Germany and Japan in 1952. Now we move to the 1960 Olympics, and we will start off with canoeing, and Gert Fredriksson and Sven Olof Sodulis of Sweden would win the K2 1000 meter in 3 minutes 34.73 seconds. This would be Fredriksson's 6th gold medal in 4 Olympic Games. Now we move to cycling in those games, and Italy would win the cycling team pursuit, and Sante Gaiardoni would take the sprint gold medal in those games. And Italy would end up winning all 4 track events and the road team trial to just dominate the cycling competition. Finally, in those games in swimming, Australian swimmer Dawn Fraser would win the gold medal in the 100-meter freestyle, retaining the title won in 1956. From one Olympic Games to another Olympic Games, we go to 1972. We will start in the women's 100-meter freestyle when Sandy Nielsen would win with a time of 58.59 seconds. Then in the men's 200-meter freestyle, Mark Spitz would win his 3rd gold medal of those games in a world record time 1 minute 52.78 seconds, a record he would hold for 2 years. 5 years later, in 1977, in Major League Baseball, St. Louis Cardinals' Lou Brock would eclipse Ty Cobb's 49-year career stolen base record at 893. 4 years later, in 1981, at the 20th edition of the Walker Cup, the USA would defeat the British Isles 15-9 to claim their 26th of 37 victories. We stay in golf now, move up to 1993. We start in the Canadian Open on the women's side, and Brandy Burton at 11 under would win after a playoff with Betsy King to claim her 1st of 2 majors. Then at the 93rd edition of the U.S. Golf Amateur Championship, John Harris would claim his only victory. Back to Major League Baseball in 2002, and Mark Bellhorn would become the first National League player and joins Carlos Baerga as the only other switch hitter to homer from both sides of the plate in the same inning. Bellhorn would connect off of left-hander Andrew Lorraine to start Chicago's 10-run 4th inning, and then would go deep after a 3-run home run off of Jose Cabrera in the team's eventual 13-10 victory over the Brewers. Back to the Olympics now in 2004 in Athens, and we will start in the marathon, it was actually run on the same exact route as the 1896 Games, the inaugural modern Olympics, and Stefano Baldini of Italy would win the men's gold in 2 hours, 10 minutes, 55 seconds. Then in the men's volleyball gold medal, Brazil would take a 3-1 set victory over Italy to claim their second of 3 wins in Olympic volleyball. Finally in those games, the games would officially close, and the USA would win the medal count with 101 medals, 36 of them gold, China in second, 63 medals, 32 gold, Russia in third, 90 overall medals, 28 of them gold. Outside of the Olympics now, in 2004, Michael Schumacher would clinch his 5th straight F1 World Drivers' Championship after a second place finish in the Belgian F1 Grand Prix, and this would be his 7th and final F1 World Drivers' Championship. Finally in 2004, at the Tradition Senior Men's Golf Tournament, Craig Stadler at 13 under would win his final major event, 1 stroke ahead of runners-up Alan Doyle and Jerry Pate. Move up now to 2010, and we start in the Canadian Open on the women's side, and Michelle Wie at 12 under would win 3 strokes ahead of runners-up Suzanne Pedersen, Jai Shin, Ji Yun Lee, and Christy McPherson. Then in Major League Baseball in 2010, after initially ruling Brian McCann's drive a double, the umpires would take only 86 seconds to overturn the call, making it the first time in baseball history that a game would end with a walk-off home run thanks to video replay. We end today's video off in 2018. In the NFL, and quarterback Aaron Rodgers would sign an NFL record contract extension with the Packers at 4 years, $134 million, raising to a possible $180 million with bonuses, but there would be a guaranteed $103 million. That has been beaten since. Still, crazy times we live in right now. So there you have it. That's what happened on this day in sports history. If I mispronounce any names, I do apologize, but I'll see everybody tomorrow for Nick O'Dwyer and the 10th inning. See ya.